Hello, my dears. My name is Shera, and welcome to the stream. We are continuing the adventure of Momo Jagaimo in Final Fantasy XIV, now in Heavensward. And hi, Daracon! Thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry, I was finishing up my supper, which is why I was muted for all that time. But I appreciate your patience. We get to help ride Herd on Dumb and Dumber tonight. Okay, I'll take care of this in a moment here. Okay. Let's see, what was I doing? Ah, that's right. I've got a Madeleine has gotten himself up Schitt's Creek. And I am responsible for getting him out of it. By the way, let me know how if the volume's all right, or if I need to adjust anything. Oh shoot! I forgot to turn on my fan. There we go. Oh, that's right. Remind me, I do have to go back and accept this mission to continue the Dragoon stuff. Mayhap I'll do that after dealing with the Madeleine shit. Yeah, I was gonna say that clear skies, that makes sense. It's nice and clear. Can see the stars. And my potato. No, no, burp. I'm in the middle of something, burp. Fuck off. I can't wait till I can fly again. Especially in the Heavensward areas, they're so big. I'm also really excited to unlock Void Ark, which is the raid series for this. I think Void Ark is probably one of my favorite raid series rather. It's just so much fun. I'm having flashbacks to fishing in this zone on Keldred when I was unlocking fishing stuff in the Sea of Clouds. I don't know if I'll actually do crafting and gathering on Momo. On the one hand, I would rather like to, because I do think that I really very thoroughly enjoy... Give me a sec. Once Anzu hatchlings reach a certain age, their mothers will begin taking them hunting, so the hatchlings can learn both the art of subduing prey, slay the birds, both young and old, to prevent the fostering of new killers. We'll work on it. But no, what I was gonna say is I love the guild leaders and stuff in the crafting and gathering, so I'm debating it. But we'll see. You You survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of a Manaline. Let's go see what Honorroy's up to. This seems unfair. Should I not just be able to jump that? Were they attacking a player? Is that what just happened? Mr. Shigaimo! Lord of Manaline! Lord of Manaline's been taken by the Vonu! They had my lord surrounded! A whole gang of them! Please, you must come quickly! A Manaline truly is the king of fuck around and find out. Can I just also say that the Vanu are like one of my favorite beast tribes? I love them a lot. The Vanu must have brought him to that village. May have to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Lania what has happened. Yet, by the time I return with aid, it might already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mr. Shigaimo, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord of Manaline in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. God, seeing them next to each other just makes it... She's just so... Seeing a Lalafell next to any other character is really, really weird sometimes because, their heads are just so fucking huge. I guess that's the long and short of it, is their heads are fucking enormous. Like, we once managed to get a really cute picture where I had Cal sort of sitting, like, we were able to sit, me and Kid's character, we got a picture that basically looked like Cal was on Aster's lap, and it still looked really weird because Caldred's head is, all heads are so fucking huge. I suppose I should just get rid of you because I know I'm going to have to later. Hope you guys had a good week, though. It was kind of stressful on my side, but, I'm just glad it's the weekend. Fury, you're not gonna eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Momo, I'm over here! Hey, Chief, can we talk about this? Netherlings come to free prisoners, spread word like thunder, and cast them into Cloud Sea. Believe it or not, I actually don't want to hurt y'all. Come on, you idiot. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Netherlings slick away like guileful gillicats. Rally, warriors of Gundu, let none escape. Yeah. Hey, a Mandalay the Lofty. Hey, stop that. The thing is that we can't even refer to a Madeleine as a fucking himbo. He's not nice enough. Ugh. Where now? Aw, hell. Can you knock it off? Oi! Oh. Eyes on me. Help us arrive, Momo. Hoshafont, is that you? Make that happen. Get us out of here. Keep Madeline safe, Momo. We'll hold them off. Come on, you slow fuckwad. Hey. Fuck up. Do you have to cower? Not that I would be any use in this situation in real life, but Madeleine has actually received some kind of martial training. Hey, Dum-Dum, move. This way, quickly! How much did he eat before he got kidnapped? Good question. Enough to make him a little heavy and unable to run, I guess.
Reinforcements? Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vondo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer Netherlings to the white! Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
And lo, our second Kurthan Primal.
The white! Mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal. We must away.
I can't even really fault Emmanuel, because if this is the first live exercise he's part of, as far as battle goes, like, I mean, I get the feeling that this might actually be one of the first times he's been out of the damn city.
Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
Oops. This isn't Kingdom Hearts, you're not Monstro. Frightened? Me? For a fleeting moment at most. We are all of us still alive, my friend. Let us take solace in that most simple of blessings. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though. It's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. All right, more than a few. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you are wondering. The Holy See has petitioned that the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs to protect her. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I paid to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. Hey, dipshit. A reward long in coming. Lord Emmanuel appears to be rather pleased with himself. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me! Dead! On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old girl, is no small feat. I have made a historic discovery. A fact even Lady Lania will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes, I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time you made our triumphant return? How do I look? Dashing as always, with a suitable sprinkling of dirt and sweat? Excellent. Let us return to Lady Lania at once. Fucking nerd. I've spent the last handful of days reading a great deal of sci-fi. Both, actual fiction and fan fiction. And readjusting to fantasy stuff is funny. But it is interesting that there's always a jackwagon a self-important jackwagon who panics when something bad happens and then tries to bluff his way out of it. Oh. What's this one? Aw, it stopped. I wanted to read it. That's alright. The fate, I meant. Roy, kiddo. Thank you, Mr. Shigaimo. Thank you. If you'd not rushed to his aid, I dare not think what would have happened. Praise Halone. I feared the worst. What happened out there? A primal? Are you sure? Yet, now that I think on it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of the Vanu legend, a massive creature said to swim in the Sea of Clouds. From what I've learned of comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain a sudden change in their behavior towards the people of Camp Cloudtop. Ah, you mean to say they've fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading of such things in the documents provided by Master Alphonel. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lania? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes, you are right, of course. Mistress Shigaimo deserves all that and more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course! Mr. Shigaimo, you've done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with Lord Haurchefant and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it, then? No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lania. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. I was gonna say, Lady Lania's like fucking good riddance. All's well that ends well, huh? To the airship landing, then. We can speak on the journey home. All things considered, Amandaline came through relatively unscathed. More's the pity. He might have learned something otherwise. I'm gonna actually take a sec and, teleport back to Dragonhead to accept the Dragoon stuff while I'm thinking on it. Because it's not too terribly far from here. Sky's the limit. Sir Alberic is mustering reinforcements for a battle. Momo, I am pleased to see that you are in control of the dragon within. Nonetheless, I must remind you to remain vigilant at all times. It takes but a moment of weakness for the eye to make you its thrall. Now, forgive me this abrupt change in subject, but we have urgent need of your lance. Some days ago, a horde of dragons began wreaking bloody havoc within Asgardian territory. An elite regiment of dragoons had been dispatched to deal with this threat. Alas, although they fight bravely, they are sorely outnumbered and are struggling to gain the upper hand. Indeed, but moments before you arrived, we received a request for reinforcements from a unit engaged in battle north and west of Whitebrim. A fellow dragoon and I will go to their aid, and we should be grateful for your presence. Pray go on ahead. We shall follow anon. For some reason, I don't think I've flown this way before. I don't remember seeing these shards of Dalamud. Cool. Wait. Am I going the correct way? Okay, yes. I thought I might have been following the wrong quest for a sec there, but nope. I owe you my life. That beast would have torn me limb from limb. Our lances were not needed, 'twould seem. Such is the might of the Azure Dragoon. You have not pledged allegiance to Ishgard, yet you came to our aid nonetheless. For that we are grateful. Their deaths thus avenged, our comrades may go to their rest in peace. My lady, I shall attend to the fallen. 'Tis an honor to see you again, my friend. Though it appears I am not remembered, I suspect the armor is to blame. Permit me to introduce myself anew. I'm Hostian of the Order of the Knights Dragoon, and I had the pleasure of assisting you in your training. As we approached, Sir Alberic and I bore witness to the final moments of the battle. I could not help but notice that, though you have been instructed in our ways, there was something distinct about the manner in which you fought. I believe I know the reason why. As an adventurer, you have done battle with foes the realm over. Through these many encounters, your techniques have evolved to produce a style that sets you apart from we who fight dragons exclusively. Such insights you possess. If I may speak frankly, I wish to train under you. Will you accept me as your pupil? You see, a fearsome dragon has been terrorizing Kurthus of late. Growly is its name, and I have been charged with leading a mission to slay it. Although I am second in command of the Order, I am not confident of my chances against the creature. Such is its ferocity and cunning. If I am to triumph over Growly, I must needs grow stronger, and I believe I can, under your tutelage. What say you? Will you consent to training me? As we teach, so too do we learn. This I know from experience. I wholeheartedly urge you to accept Hostian as your pupil. You need not give me an answer right this moment. Think on it, and let Sir Alberic know your decision. Till next we meet. I still have the utmost fucking scorn for the fact that only the female dragoons have their entire fucking stomach out. Listen, if you're gonna pull that bullshit, it needs to be equal opportunity. If we're gonna be exposing our, like, soft, squishy organs to be stabbed and, you know, if we're gonna have our stomachs out to be disemboweled, the male dragoons should experience the same thing. It's nonsense. Do I know it is for Tismexi? Yes. Do I regard that with complete and utter scorn? Also yes. There's ways to make that outfit sexy without being stupid. Actually, when I first played this, I refused to wear the Dragoon armor when I was playing Keldred. Because, you know, glams were a thing, but they were a lot more difficult back when I first played this, before the glamour chest was a thing. And, I was very judgy, and I refused to use any of that armor. Well, it really fucked up my, my everything, really. Have you made your decision, then? Will you agree to teach Hostian? I'm grateful. I swear I will not disappoint you. With your guidance, I shall put an end to Growly's reign of terror. Now, I should like nothing more than to begin my training at once, but duty calls. For the time being, I shall endeavor to emulate the deadly lance work I witnessed you employing earlier. Hostian is among our very best in recent generations. If you're to train one of her caliber, you yourself must rise to new heights of mastery. Resume your own training, and return hither when you are satisfied with your progress. Days of Azure. Hostian is ready for her first lesson, and Sir Alberic would direct your steps to her. Greetings, Momo. You look very much a teacher today. That's well, for Hostian is eager for her first lesson. Sounds lovely on paper, but that armor is a body horror show waiting to happen. 100%. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. It's just like, yes, let's, you know how armor is supposed to protect, you know, you from being stabbed in general, especially these soft, squishy parts? Let's just have a cutout specifically to direct enemy, like, claws and spears and swords directly into the squishy bits. This makes perfect logical sense. Here, we'll open it right where you need to stab. Now, though you agree to accept her as your pupil, I suspect that you are not without reservation. You worry whether you'll be equal to the task. Well, worry not. I have every confidence that you will make a fine mentor. Were I to offer you advice, however, it would be to have patience. Though Hostian is a master of her art, it is all she has ever known. As such, it may prove a challenge for her to adapt. And like all of us, she is not without pride, and there will be times where tact is required. I must also mention that Hostian is zealous to a fault. I worry that she will overexert herself in her pursuit of strength. But I am keeping you from your lesson. Hostian left word that she'll be waiting in the West Highlands, testing her lance against dragon spawn. Seek her out near the pike. I have not actually gone there yet, so this is incentive to go back to Ishgard. Uh... My guy, my dude! I confess I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind on your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it's simply the joy of having cheated death yet again? In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Emmerich of all that's occurred. And Madeline should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he's recovered from his ordeal? I might go ahead and, well... Let's, actually... Wait. Oh, I suppose we might as well turn that in. Or I can just go do the other thing. Well, time to hang out with Gallant instead of Goofus. I've secured chocobo porters for the two of us. The chocobo keep has yours. Greetings, Mr. Shigaimo. I've saddled a black chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands, as per Lord Artuarel's instructions. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat. As I dare say you know, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, wait, be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Kid, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know you don't have to, but I still appreciate that you do. Thank you for showing your support, my dude.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, she came.
Thanks for joining us, Kit. You know, I have to wonder, because almost the entirety of Kurthus, like the places closest to the city, almost all of those places are now permanent winter. Do you think there's a certain amount of resentment from, like, Ishgardians for the fact that despite also having been affected by the calamity, the vast majority of the rest of Eorzea is still, like, relatively easily habitable? Do you think that's, like, contributes to the social issues with them isolating themselves? Aye, this is indeed an airship landing, though it doesn't get all that much use. If you've got your own black chocobo or some other means of airborne conveyance, then you may feel free to use it to return to Ishgard. Can I see Ishgard from here? I see a mountain. No. But also, I don't think I can see Ishgard from here. Sorry, Twirl, you're gonna have to wait a second while I talk with literally everybody, because it's what I do. There was once a time that Falcon's Nest was no more than a small village. Now it's a key stronghold in the defense of the Kurthus Highlands. Imagine if one of those villagers could see it now. Entrance? No. Heretics and Dervanians are bad enough, but this blasted weather is something else. Ishgard's proud standard flies over Falcon's Nest once more. We must see that it remains so. Where's the flag? At first, I thought I'd be grateful for a peaceful posting, but now I'm not so sure. Granted, I'm liable to live longer here, but I could do with a touch more excitement. You say that now. Don't let the troops' griping deter you. Traditional Kurthan soup really is delicious. Would you like to try some yourself? After all, the proof of the pudding, sorry, soup, is in the eating. Oh, are you speaking to me? Sorry, I spent so much time alone with these old papers. Really, I do wish the soldiers had done a better job of organizing their records before the calamity. Have I already spoken with you? Everything looks to be in order. Is all to miss? But what do you do here? Keep watch for dragons and heretics. What else? You never know when the enemy might strike. It's my duty to ensure that the reconstruction of Falcon's Nest proceeds apace. To that end, our craftsmen must be able to work without fear for their safety. House Durandare shares this responsibility with House Smile. Should our efforts come to naught, both houses will have to answer to the Holy See. What kind of place is this? Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights. Many were skilled falconers who trained their birds to track the horde. When the snows came, the garrison was forced to withdraw, along with most everyone else in the Western Highlands. But times have changed. The Holy See would have us reclaim what was lost, starting with Falcon's Nest. It won't be easy, but anything worth doing rarely is, huh? I tell you, it's been nothing but work, work, work. But when I look around and see how far we've come, and in so bloody short a time, it makes it all worthwhile. Ever since the calamity wreaked havoc on the climate, there's been no end to the surveying. Though the work runs me ragged, I give thanks that I have work at all. I do genuinely love that each aetheryte in every city is slightly different from the rest. And that we've always got, like, metal of some kind combined with the crystal. It's neat. I love the attention to detail. But alrighty, let's go ahead and finally talk to Artoriel. He's probably watching me run around like, what the fuck is she doing? The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, doesn't it? Does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It has been far, far too long, Lord Artoriel. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Mama Jagaimo, Ward of House Forton. Ah, yes, of course. Lord Drillamont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How might we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Mistress Jagaimo is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for her benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers. And then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement, and the entirety of the Western Highlands, were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics. Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Forton are at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You need but tell us where to begin. Work in progress. Sir Redwood would have you assist the craftsmen rebuilding the fortifications of Falcon's Nest. Are these any better than what I have at present? Nope. Although... that would be the one I would use. I mean, they look fine. They're just... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Several craftsmen in service to House Smile are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a woman of your talents. Would you be so kind as to seek him out? I just talked to him. Hello. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honor of overseeing this fine mess you see before you. Sent me over on one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build and mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice. It's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there's pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Boop. Ah. Well, clearly you just need some salt. You know, buckets of it. Hello! It's me, I'm the salt! I'm certainly salty enough. My ad's about ready in 5 minutes already. I really haven't gotten much progress done in the past hour. I gotta pick up my pace. Oh yeah, I forgot this is multi-level. Sorry, I'm checking for NPCs to talk to. Hello! Ah, there you are. Growth, I fixed it. Ha! Now there's a woman what looks like she found her marks. You're just the sort we need round here. The kind that'll hop too when she sees a task undone. The first and foremost, good help is hard to find. A sad truth that Roth knows well. You're a dab hand at warcraft, I can tell. Not that I've any skill at arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others there are others out what need help same as me. So if you're keen to keep on doing what you've done, I'd ask you to head north to the pike. The bloody huge statue out in the wastes, if you've never been. Mason by the name of Theramont is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Theramont, but I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you could do for him. And I'm headed in that direction anyway, for the Dragoon quest. So... oh, I'm sorry, baby. New NPCs, hello! One day I'll tell my grandchildren about the day the Dravanian horde fell upon us like an avalanche of flame, the whole sky blotted out by their black leathery wings. Oh. Outriders belonging to House Durandare have been spotted fleeing from a pack of silver wolves which, despite losing over half its number to the knights, still remains in pursuit, knowing the knights cannot run forever. Hurry to the Outriders' aid before their legs fail them. Sorry, fellas, I'm in the middle of something. Bloody huge statue. Is it this guy here? That ad's about to start any second now, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, my dears. Ah, there's too many of them. Look out! I owe you a debt of gratitude. Our lessons have not even begun, and already you've seen me on my knees. I've been trying to match what lance work of yours I've seen, but without success. That was how the dragons managed to overwhelm me. Had I but fallen back on my tried and trusted techniques, I would have made short work of their ilk. But what would I have learned then? Nay, what I know is no longer enough. The war exacts a heavy toll on us all, but none more so than we dragoons. If we are to survive, we must grow stronger. I must grow stronger. Momo, will you demonstrate your techniques to me? I would study your movements up close. Aye, I suppose you have the right of it. There's no substitute for live foes. Come with me, then. There's a suitable place west of the Black Iron Bridge. And while I'm still here... Big-ass statue indeed. Hail to you, traveler! What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bade you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I have just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. I feel kind of bad because they're just little guys. I'm sorry. I say little guys, but they're me-sized almost. So as to say, it would take at least 20 tears shed from a deep, heartbroken Lalafell maiden to equal the liquid volume of 1 deep-eye tear. I mean, I am a Lalafell maiden. I feel like I'm having like a muscle memories of killing a lot of those dudes for the tears for crafting on Keldred. There you are. Have you the bristles? Thick, deep gray bristles sheared from a wild beast. Also, welcome back from the ad, my dears. Ah, feel how coarse that is? That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from this statue. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Heldrath, first of the Azure Dragoons and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this desecration of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proudish guardian, I could ask for no greater honor. return to Falcon's Nest. There Amont has a favor to ask. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's this knight, Sir Usador, who's stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect. More than I deserve, to be honest. Any road. While you were away, she came through on a patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, my friend. Well, fortunately... Okay, yeah, we'll do that and then that. Ah. No thank you! No thank you! Oh, careful. I'm not fucking with a hunt. Isn't this... Am I wrong in thinking that this is relatively close to where the, that level, like, that meme was? Where there was that error where a Steinbock, like, it was like a level something, like 49, and then the thing was blank? Am I wrong in thinking that this is where that, around where that thing showed up? This is really pretty. It's not a good sign for that to be there, given that, you know, people are supposed to be here. Son of a bitch, did I jump down here for no fucking reason? Yeah, I think that's the way of it. How do I get back up? It was closer to Camp Dragonhead last time I ran into it. Oh, okay, so it's in the other zone. Now, did they patch that? Because obviously on Momo I never got to meet it. Can I get back up without flying? I think there is a way, but... I am deeply amused by the Phantom's ability to just find glitches and latch onto them with just, like, unsettling fervor. Like the squig rapes, the squapes. Those were very deeply amusing. Aw, so I missed it by quite some time then. I genuinely thought it was in Heavensward territory. Alas, we have the memory. I understand why they patched it out, because obviously they don't want errors in their game. But also, it was so funny. Yes, took a quick screenshot of my VR petting it. Yeah, people did get quite a few screenshots, and at least there's that. I'm glad you got one too. Hastian, you picked kind of a pain in the ass area. This is the spot. Lie in wait long enough and your dragons will surely appear. Hi! The techniques you employ differ not from mine, yet you overcome the enemy with such ease. What is it that separates us so? What is it that you are doing that I am not? Did I hear you rightly? You see no difference between our lance work, but in the course of considering this, you conceived a new technique? Battle Litany. Increase crit hit on self and nearby party. Reevaluation of past battle techniques. Something. I missed it. That text went by extremely fast. Heart of Justice. Hastian wants to hear more of the marvelous technique you have conceived. A way to draw out your comrade's strength. Such an approach has never occurred to me. And small wonder, perhaps, for we dragoons are taught to be relentless in offense. In order to bring down dragons, we strive to jump higher and strike harder. But in my single-minded pursuit of what I believe to be perfection, 'twould seem I ended up fighting only with my lance. So focused was I upon delivering that next blow, I rendered myself blind to other possibilities. You've opened my eyes, Momo. If I'm to transcend my limits, 'tis plain I must cast aside my preconceptions. But the hour grows late. I must needs return to the congregation. Would you care to accompany me? It may be of interest to you to see how your fellow dragoons live. And in the meantime, let's see. Yeah, we are going to want to go back across the bridge, I think, to avoid falling into the abyss. Oop. It's interesting because in like different lighting, Nico doesn't look all that different from a standard yellow chocobo. Even though he's brown. Granted, he is a light brown, but Scusi? Now here's my question. Are certain NPCs gonna be here yet? No, it doesn't seem so. The colder it grows, the bolder the heretics become. Is it this area in the zone or late in a different area where there's certain NPCs that you can see? What's this? Or what's that? A package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. A once hot package unintentionally left by Usador to cool in the frigid highland winds. Confound it, that fool of a... what a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a lowborn mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. Nobility. If there is something that I'm glad that, you know, at least modern US did not retain, it's like strict class systems in that specific regard. No thank you. We don't have nobles, we don't have knights. The closest we get to that is celebrities. He had one job! One job. To eat the numbs that the lady had prepared for you. The thing is that, like, the ideal knight, in a similar way to the ideal samurai, are supposed to be, like, noble and, like, self-sacrificing and, like, good people. But in practice, knights in real life were assholes. And they tended to be greedy and, like, very... The ideal is very different than the reality. They tend to be jackasses who abuse their power. I must applaud your initiative, Mr. Shigaimo. Roth tells me you've been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women. Sorry, yawn attack. You and Lord Artoirel included. Yeah, I think these are still... Yeah, 130. How am I doing on... Am I anywhere close to... Nope, not even close to Captain Poetics. Reconnaissance lost. In times such as this, Sir Redwald is glad to have veterans like you to whom he can turn. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through, just as Lord Drillamont said. Good. We have lost contact with the reconnaissance party sent north into Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not. But regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure that we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I've assigned to each party to a different area to search. You and Lord Artoirel will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. It seems you've been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Mr. Shigaimo. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Kurthus Western Highlands, one of many sacrifices we made in the wake of the calamity. 'Twould not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out, though. Let us be off. I'm sorry, Princess, but I don't want to use you right now. It's purely a visual thing, but Princess, or any large mount in my mind, just seems fundamentally slower than small. And yes, it is a visual trick. In reality, mount speed is exactly the same regardless of what you summon. But meh. Trying to picture this all as, like, green is an interesting thought exercise. After stumbling upon a barrel of whiskey stored outside one of the convictor's tents, Hydron became one of the happiest mountain goats in Kurthus. Once the whiskey had disappeared, however, he transformed into one of the angriest, destroying large stocks of supplies in a futile search for another sip. Mood. There, below us, Camp Riversmeet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beast below would make short work of us. Come. I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. Reconnaissance party came this way. I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. It really is, like, genuinely an interesting thing that, Hoshifant is sort of like... He has some of the best qualities of Amanelaine and Artoirel. Like, he is serious and dedicated in some ways, in the same way that Artoirel is. But he has enough, like, zest for life, and energy, and enthusiasm, and occasional goofiness. In a tempered way. That, you know, he has a similar level of, like, energy to Amanelaine. But he's far more mature with it. Ah. Yeah. Oh, sir, you didn't have a good time, did you? Let none escape. Ooh, a squishy! Thank you for announcing yourself. Are you alright? I heard the sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Mr. Shigamo. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Not but white all around, until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards what came close, but the others, they were shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. My lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must see you to safety. I can still fight. Sir, please don't. At the end of our hope, Lord Artuara seems loath to forego any opportunity to locate the heretic's hiding place. He has the right of it, Mr. Shigamo. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall. We cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to track it to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith. Be sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realize that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we will not be far behind. And, Momo, thank you. Do not concern yourself with our wounded man. When he has caught his breath, I shall see him safely back to Falcon's Nest. Oh, it's because of this, huh? It's pretty. I see. It's battle time. Oh? What's this fate? Ice sprites blown off the windswept Gargan holding and into Camp Riversmeet are freezing all the outpost drinking water. Slay the spirits and ensure thirsts stay slaked. No one lives here yet. Oh dear. Another night. I'm sorry, sir. The tracks continue to the north. You know, this zone, it has so much in common with certain other icy zones that we encounter in Shadowbringers. Not Shadowbringers, Endwalker. You know, what with the following tracks and whatnot. Hey! That's impolite. It did say north, but did I perhaps miss some? I feel like maybe I missed them. Slush Zoblin? I think maybe I missed some. Yep. Aw. Now to retrace my steps. I know where 'tis. Can I not just go with that? South. Oh, that was a cool sound. Like crashing glass. Man. Did I fuck up this entire mission by being a dumbass? This is a very me thing to do, I must admit. Restart. Here. Ice trap, come on. Oh no, this will take 10 fucking years. Oh no. This isn't gonna work. It's too weak. It would take too long for it to kill me. Okay. Alright, where the fuck? I have to be one of the only people who's ever done this. Is there something stronger I can get to kill me? Can I fall from some height? Not really. Can you do a better job? There are no... Does you have to go to this? Okay, yeah. It's been a long while, so it's been long enough so I sort of forgot how these maps were set up. This isn't really working. Dudes, you gotta do a better job. I don't don't mean to complain, but dudes. What if I... Damn. This isn't getting me anywhere. Okay, okay, well... Aw. Well, let's, see what happens. Turns out you can't share or proof a thing. It's not the north, that is the northeast. led them straight to us. Yep. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Looking for me, I presume.
The child who glimpsed the truth.
No! It cannot be.
She cameth unto me, as didst thou, alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things, once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians will bring them together. What of the innocents who died when you attacked Foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Mr. Shigaimo, praise the Lord you are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that distract from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. We have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. We are still searching the area, miss, but the only heretics we've found thus far are the ones you left behind. I do wanna look downstairs again for a sec, cause maybe the mission had me come down here shortly again anyway, but it's a very interesting shrine of sorts. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Lord Artoirel would rather not linger without cause. Knights, be not proud. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Rudwald. Come, after tracking heretics across malms of ice and snow, I would say you were due a few hours' rest next to a warm fire. Lord Artoirel, Mr. Shigaimo, full glad I am to see you both hale and hearty. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury! I believe we've made great strides towards purging the lands of the heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Artoirel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Fort Tom could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest? We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, You and Mr. Strigamo have accomplished far more than I thought possible. I cannot in good conscience impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Mayhap your duties here will serve to demonstrate the folly in continuing to exclude foreigners from our lands. With more hardworking men and women like you, Ishgard would be much the stronger. I am a strong potato. Not a very smart one, but a strong one. Welcome to the home of the Dragoons. I had in mind to show you the premises, but my father has paid me a sudden visit. This is my father, Mont-Organes. Father, allow me to present to you my mentor, the Azure Dragoon Momo. 'Tis an honor and a pleasure both to make your acquaintance. I hope you forgive me for inconveniencing your plans, but what's a father to do? Dedicated to her duties as she is, my daughter scarcely comes home, and so I must go to her. Father, please, we've spoken about this. I but strive to be a dragoon worthy of the name, as you yourself were. All that I do to honor you. My child, you would honor me best by taking care of yourself. Well, I shan't overstay my welcome. Seeing you hale and hearty is well enough. Till next time. He's so kind to me, even though I share not his blood. Like so many others, I was orphaned by the war. I would have died long ago, cold and alone, had he not found me and taken me in. All that I have, I owe to him. 'Twas for no other reason than to honor my father that I followed in his footsteps and became a dragoon. But if I'm to live up to his legacy, if I'm to protect Ishgard as he once did, I must needs grow Excuse me. I was expecting a yawn, not a sneeze. Goodness, sorry. I must needs grow stronger. And I will, under your sage guidance. I look forward to our lessons to come. It nigh slipped my mind. Sir Alberic wishes a word with you. Pray seek him out at the observatorium at your earliest convenience. Perhaps after you've had a wander inside the congregation. We will go there next. Welcome, Mr. Strigamo. Shall I show you inside the manor? My lord the Count was utterly besides himself, Mr. Strigamo. 'Tis a mercy you were not here to witness it. Oh, it's you, Momo. Gods, why did you have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloud Top. How I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Absolute goofball. Here we are with the comic storyline. And then the serious storyline. Goofus and Gallant indeed. Mr. Shigaimo, I would speak plainly. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastical as they spread, and, quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. But Horsefant swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. Albeit the unlikable one for now. True. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom, he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed, she refused to acknowledge him. And, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone. An onerous task, fraught with danger. And there you were, the savior of Eorzea, an honored guest of House Forton. My new comrade in arms. Horsefant's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear. And you duly tracked the enemy down, faced them alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Horsefant had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength seeks mine own weakness. But I will not doubt you again, Mr. Shigaimo. On that you have my word. Oh, come on. Divine intervention. The Fortom steward looks as though he has something to say. Ah, Mr. Shigaimo. My lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding our time with our Lord Artoirel and Lord Amenelaine. If you would remain here a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanelaine's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won as much honor, my friend.
My lord!
What is it? Speak.
Meanwhile,
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
I was going to say, I didn't think that this event was happening already. Though you've won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there are those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Amile is manipulating Ser Grenot, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us naught if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. So, I hate to leave it here, but like, I keep yawning, and I'm honestly super drained. And I'm also genuinely really embarrassed about what happened earlier with that mission, so I'm just like, this is such a short stream, but I just don't have the energy to keep going. I'm sorry, dudes. I really want to get so much further in Heavensward, but, I just don't have the energy for it tonight. So, I think this is gonna be it for me for now. But I appreciate you keeping me company. Yeah, thank you for joining me, Naracon, and Kid, of course. Who do we want to say hi to tonight? It looks like GK is playing Mugenics. Soarstar is doing the new Pokemon game, Pokopia. Zinni is doing Heart Gold. Red Chili Pepper's doing Repo. Rotley is also doing Repo. Actually, surprisingly, it looks like they're not doing it together. Olaraps is doing Hitman. Gamer Girlfriend's doing Disco Elysium. Luna is doing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Rainbow Tech must have changed their name recently. Oh, it's doing Sonic Crossworlds with Luna. Arlie's doing Poker Night at the inventory. And Deku Saria is doing some retro games, it looks like. Oh, Samhain is doing the new Resident Evil game. You know, I do try to send it over to folks who don't really have as many viewers, and Samhain's an excellent bean. They're a fun bean. So I understand if y'all want to pop out to not see the new Resident Evil game, which is Resident Evil at Requiem, but I figure let's go ahead and go say hi to Samhain. Yeah, guys, Sunday I'll be back with you with a Hidden Object game, which I believe it's, what game do I have downloaded for that? I forget. Endless Fables 2, which, apropos with all the ice and snow we've dealt with this session. But in the interim, thank you for joining me. It means a lot to me. Take care, stay safe, and until we talk again, have a good one. No, well, let's go say hi to Samhain.